Hello everyone, and welcome to Tiny Talk Big Confidence. I'm Alex, and I am so excited to be here with you today, especially if you're just starting your English language journey.
And I'm Erica. Alex, it's great to be here. You know, when I think about learning a new language, the biggest hurdle for me was always actually speaking it. Even just a little bit, it felt so intimidating.
Absolutely, Erica. That's a super common feeling. You can study grammar, learn vocabulary, but opening your mouth to say something, that's a whole different ballgame. And that's exactly what we want to tackle today. Micro-conversations for absolute beginners. We're talking A1 CEFR level.
Micro-conversations. I like that already. It sounds less scary than, full-blown conversation. So for our listeners who are just joining us, what exactly is a micro-conversation?
Great question. A micro-conversation is basically a very short, simple exchange. It's usually just a few sentences, maybe even just one or two. It's about getting comfortable with those basic, everyday interactions. We're not talking about deep philosophical discussions here, just, hello, how are you? Or, can I have a coffee, please?
Ah, I see. So it's like taking baby steps, right? Instead of jumping into the deep end, you're just dipping your toes in the water.
Exactly. And the beauty of it is, those small steps build confidence. Each successful micro-conversation, no matter how tiny, proves to yourself that you can communicate. And that's huge for beginners.
I can totally relate to that. I remember learning some basic phrases in Spanish once, and just being able to say hola or gracias felt like a huge win. It felt empowering even though it was so little.
Exactly. That feeling, that spark, is what we're aiming for. So, let's dive into some practical micro-conversations for our A1 beginners. What do you think is the absolute first thing someone should feel comfortable saying?
I'd say greetings. Hello, hi. That's where it all starts.
Perfect. Let's start there. The most basic greeting is, of course, hello. Or, if you want to be a bit more casual, hi. Try saying that right now, listeners. Hello, hi.
Okay, so once you've got hello down, what's the next natural step in that very first exchange?
Asking how someone is doing. So, how are you? It's a standard, polite phrase. And the usual reply is, I'm fine, thank you, and you?
So a mini dialogue could be, hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you, and you? I'm fine too, thanks.
Exactly. That right there is a micro-conversation. 3 short sentences. You've greeted someone, asked how they are, and replied. You've already done so much. And notice, we're not overcomplicating it. No need to explain why you're fine or anything like that, just the simple exchange.
I think it's important to point out that even if you just say hello or hi, that's a success. It's okay to start even smaller.
Definitely. Every little bit counts. Let's move to introducing yourself. This is another crucial micro-conversation. How would you start that, Erica?
Well, after hello, I'd say my name is Erica. And then, what's your name?
Perfect. So, putting it together. Hello, my name is Alex. What's your name? And the reply would be, hello, Alex. My name is their name. Nice to meet you. And you can respond with, nice to meet you too.
Okay, that's another complete micro-conversation right there. And it feels good to be able to introduce yourself. It's a fundamental part of meeting new people.
It really is. And once you've mastered greetings and introductions, you've opened the door to so many more tiny interactions. What about asking where someone is from?
Right, that's a common one. Where are you from? And the answer, I'm from your country.city.
Excellent. So an example. Hello, my name is Alex. What's your name? Hi, Alex. My name is Maria. Nice to meet you, Maria. Where are you from? I'm from Brazil. See how these small phrases connect?
They do. It's like building blocks. Each small piece fits together to make a slightly larger, but still manageable conversation. It's not about having a long chat, it's about making a connection, however brief.
Exactly. And let's think about situations outside of just meeting someone. What if you're traveling or at a cafe?
Oh, that's a big one for me. Ordering food or drinks. That can feel really high pressure sometimes, especially if you're not confident.
It can, but again, we can break it down into micro-conversations. Imagine you want a coffee. You can say, hello, can I have a coffee, please? And when they give it to you, thank you.
And maybe, how much is it? That's super practical.
Yes, so, hello, can I have a coffee, please? How much is it? It's $3, thank you, done. You've successfully ordered a coffee in English. That's a huge victory for an absolute beginner.
It really is. And it's not about being perfect, right? It's about being understood and getting your message across. That's the real goal.
Absolutely. Let's talk about another vital set of phrases for beginners, asking for clarification or help. Because sometimes, even in a micro conversation, you might not understand. What are some phrases for that?
Oh, these are lifesavers. Sorry is a good one, just a short way to say, pardon me, or can you repeat that? And if someone is speaking too fast, slower please. Or the ultimate, I don't understand.
Fantastic examples, Erica. Sorry, can you repeat that slower please? I don't understand. These phrases show you're engaged, you want to learn, and you're not afraid to ask for help. That actually makes the other person more willing to help you.
That's a really good point. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of being an active learner. And honestly, most people are very patient and happy to help someone who is trying to learn their language.
Couldn't agree more. So, we've talked about what micro-conversations are and given some examples. Now, how do our listeners actually practice these without feeling overwhelmed?
That's the key, isn't it? One tip I have is to choose just one micro-conversation a day. Like today, I'm going to master, hello, how are you? And its reply. Just that. Don't try to learn everything at once.
That's smart. Focus on one success at a time. Another idea is to practice with yourself. Stand in front of a mirror and say the phrases out loud. It might feel silly at first, but it really helps build muscle memory for your mouth and tongue.
Oh, the mirror trick. It's so good for confidence because you're not worried about making mistakes in front of someone else. You're just getting used to the sounds.
Exactly. And try to listen to native speakers saying these phrases. You can use apps, YouTube, or even just movies. Pay attention to how they say hello or thank you. Try to mimic the rhythm and intonation.
That's a great point about intonation. It's not just the words, it's how you say them. Hello can sound like a question or a statement, depending on your tone.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Seriously, everyone makes mistakes when learning a new language. It's part of the process. Think of each mistake as a learning opportunity, not a failure.
I think that's the hardest part for many people, overcoming the fear of sounding silly or being judged. But the truth is, most people are just happy you're trying.
100%. And for our listeners, another practical tip: use flashcards. Write the English phrase on one side and your native language translation on the other. Practice saying them out loud as you flip them.
Flashcards are so effective for memorization, and for micro-conversations, it's not about hundreds of words, but a few key phrases that you can really own.
Right. We're talking about maybe 10-20 core phrases that can get you through many basic interactions. That's a very achievable goal for an A1 learner.
So, to summarize some of these practice tips, pick one micro-conversation a day, practice in the mirror, listen to native speakers and mimic them, don't be afraid of mistakes, and use flashcards. That's a solid plan.
It is. And remember, the goal here is not fluency overnight. It's about building consistent tiny successes. Each hello, each thank you, each my name is a step forward.
And those small successes accumulate, right? They build up, and suddenly, you realize you're actually communicating more than you thought possible.
Exactly. That's where the big confidence part of our podcast name comes in. It's not about being fearless from day one. It's about doing tiny, brave things consistently and watching your confidence grow.
I love that. It makes language learning feel so much more approachable. It's not a giant mountain to climb. It's a series of small hills that you conquer one by one.
That's a perfect analogy, Erica. So for our listeners, your homework after this episode is simple. Choose one micro conversation we talked about today. It could be, hello, how are you? Or, my name is. Practice it a few times in the mirror.
And then, try to use it, even if it's just in your head at first, thinking about a situation where you could use it. Or if you're feeling brave, say it to a real person, even if it's just hello to a cashier.
Yes, start small, but start. Because that first little interaction is truly where the magic happens. It shows you that English isn't just words in a book, it's a living, breathing way to connect with people.
That's so true. It changes everything. From just knowing words to actually using them to communicate. It's such a big step, but it starts with such a tiny one.
Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of Tiny Talk Big Confidence. We really hope this has given you some practical tools and, more importantly, a boost of encouragement to start speaking English today.
Thank you so much for listening. Remember, every little word counts, and every small conversation builds your confidence. You've got this.
Absolutely. Keep practicing those micro conversations, and we'll catch you next time. Goodbye for now.
Bye, everyone.